So this is a video this is an explanation video where I am telling you guys that the reason why I'm doing these videos is to document the process of becoming a travel vlogger. Becoming a vlogger, just becoming. So yeah, documenting the process of how I bought the camera and how I first turned it on. And I am basically learning how to do it from scratch, learning from zero. And I understand that at the beginning it's difficult. You don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. And since I have a plan of making content in Asia, I need to get out of my comfort zone and be able to speak to the camera. And this is what I'm going to do. In these videos, you are going to see me talking to the camera for the first time and documenting the experience of talking to the camera, I guess. And yeah, you will see what I'm doing in Dublin until I leave and a bit of my life before I embark on a journey towards my inner self. So I will see you there. Okay, let's go on an adventure. First time recording on a bike. Let's go to get the international driving license, guys. How hard can it be? Cycling there with a stick. Maybe I will not fall. Just practice. Getting a fine, being stopped by the police. Just had a kebab before. I went to a Georgian restaurant and she said that she has an offer that is not in the menu. And after I looked through the menu, I went for the offer that was not in the menu. And at some point maybe she told me that I will have to take that offer and I will not be allowed to eat inside the restaurant. I got cozy inside there, took the camera out and unboxed it in a Georgian restaurant in Dublin. And then when I got the food, I see it in a bag, a fancy plastic bag. And she told me that I'm not allowed to eat it there. That's crazy. But I'm kind of enjoying this. It's quite comfortable. Not hard at all. Okay, see you at the driving license. Okay, finally got the fucking license. It's raining. It's raining for 5 minutes and then it's not raining for 5 minutes. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's summer. And then it's fucking winter, baby. Okay, so I got the international driving permit and my friend that is from Bali, he said that they will not give a shit about my driving permit, and he advised me to buy a couple more, like a lot of nice sunglasses that the police officers like in Indonesia, like fake ones, so that I can bribe them. And I don't know why, but I think I will listen to him for some reason. But anyway, many people just go there and they don't get any license, anything. And, how expensive can it be? I remember in Vietnam it was like 500,000 Vietnamese. I don't know how much is that now, but I hope it's not too expensive. Anyway, I did my due diligence to be a citizen that is responsible. So let's see. Let's do this. I'm going to go and buy a microphone today, and then I'm gonna come back home, maybe eat a bit because usually I eat, and then I will practice the bass because I have to be good tomorrow. Today, not tomorrow. I have to be good. So right now I'm going to the city to buy a microphone, and I don't know if I made the best decision to not take my hoodie with me today because it's a bit windy and it's cold, but I'm feeling kinda good today. My hair looks good, so I'm gonna just keep practicing talking in front of the camera, getting out of my comfort zone, you know what I mean? Let's do it! Look around the city, this is the summer vibes in Ireland. And it's definitely gonna fucking rain the shit out of me. Yeah, it already started. So, lovely. Best decision ever. It's gonna be wet all day. I love it. Look. Behind. So yeah, Irish weather, guys. The best thing that ever happened to you is you dress up properly for 15 degrees outside. 15 degrees in Ireland is amazing actually. And then the second you step out the house, it starts raining. So that's pretty much it. Wish me luck, I'll see you later. Okay, what I love about Ireland is that in Dublin it's very easy to travel with the bike because the city is very small, and then you can find these bleeper bikes everywhere. Okay, this is my right leg. The only problem is that they've gone expensive. They are expensive now. But all you have to do is download the app, you scan the code that is there, and that's pretty much it. And then you unlock. Sometimes they have bugs and they don't open, but most of the time they do. And yeah, so what I said is that it's expensive now. You pay €20 per month for the subscription, and what they give you in that is like 600 minutes of ride. And if you use this every day, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour per day, that's 10 hours. So well, let's say you don't do 10 hours in 10 days, but most probably you will. And that's the worst part. Before it used to be €20 and you had unlimited unlocks, but now you have to pay for everything. But look, the weather is perfect, and we are going to pass in front of behind the James Hospital, where I worked as a steel fixer for 1 year and a half. When I moved to Ireland 10 years ago, I started working as a barista, and then my brother told me that initially my brother told me, yeah, come to Ireland, you're gonna make €15,000 in 1 year, and you work in constructions, and you're gonna make a lot of money. You're gonna go back to Romania. Everybody's gonna do it. You're gonna go back to Romania, and you can have money for university. You don't need to rely on anyone. And part of that was true, part of that was not true. Look, this is the James Hospital. And the part that was true was that I did go back to Romania, and I didn't have to rely on anyone because in 1 year I managed to save 3,000 euros. The thing is that I didn't work in constructions. I started working as a cleaner in a super value, and I didn't make a lot of money. It was the worst job ever. The rain was different back then. It was raining every day. At least that's what I remember. It was raining, and I had to cycle to work like 5 kilometers every day, wake up early in the morning to go to work, only to work like 30 minutes to 1 hour because that was the shift, and then I had to go back home, rest for a couple of hours, and then cycle back and work for another 4 hours. In the morning I would do the toilets, and in the afternoon I would clean the bakery in the Super Value in Kimich. So now, yeah, and I did that for a year. It was very hard because my only goal was to save money, and it's really hard to save money when you don't make a lot of money and you also have to enjoy life a bit. So when you have to enjoy the life, you also have to go out and spend money. So that was hard. A friend of mine was there to help me get out of my anxiety of spending the money, because I was I was not happy to spend anything, and I would just punish myself this way because I wanted to save money. And yeah, I wanted to save money, and it was hard, and I would punish myself by not spending the money, and it was not nice because it felt like I was in a prison that I set up myself, which is not necessarily true. Anyway, then I went back to Romania, and I stayed home in my hometown for 6 months. I worked in a call center, kind of a call center, as a credit controller, still speaking English. And after that, I moved to Bucharest for 6 months because I wanted to live the student life. And I stayed there for 6 months, working during the night. I had to go to work late at night and then finish around 5 a.m. in the morning. I would go back home. For 6 months I was not able to sleep because by the time I was home the light was up and the birds would start chirping, and I didn't know anything about earplugs back then. Imagine, I didn't even think of it. Or maybe like blinds to put on the window because the light was even in the morning. You know, like when you go to a party and then you come home early in the morning and you see the sun shining and you know you fucked up. That was me when I was going to work. Anyway, I'm on the way to the microphone, to buy the microphone. So I'll talk to you later. Prison boys, so one cool thing about Dublin is that there is a music scene of buskers everywhere, and I would say it's like a family. That was my friend Alberto. He's always playing there at Molly Malone's statue. And look at me, I'm talking in front of the camera in the city center, and I only feel just 70% awkward. So yeah, I'll tell you more stories about busking in Dublin in a bit. Okay, I have the microphone now. It's time to start vlogging. So now the weather is back to being good. I am vlogging in the city center of Dublin, and it's true. With the sunglasses on, it's easier because you look like you don't care. And with the microphone, you just don't have to speak that loud. So I'm doing like I'm documenting my beginnings of vlogging. That's what I'm doing now. I'm documenting that. Okay, so let's go to get the bike and go home and practice for tonight. Now we're gonna look back at Alberto playing, and that's it. Now look at him. I'm gonna change. Do it like that. Isn't that beautiful? One thing I love about Dublin is that it's probably one of the greenest. I mean, I don't know if it's the greenest city in Europe, but definitely the air quality is amazing. And before, I used to live in Fairview, which is northeast, and now I temporarily moved to Inchicore to prepare for the trip, to save money. And now it's just near the Phoenix Park, and the nature is just beautiful. The air is fresh, and the good thing about this constant rain is that after it rains, it feels better. The air is way fresher, and yeah, the nature. And as I was saying, I live close to Phoenix Park now, and the nature here is even better because there are a lot of trees, and that's pretty much it. And I enjoy doing the. Oh, that was the dust, because the air is so clean. But it is. I was just passing by a construction site. Yeah, so the nature around Phoenix Park. This park is huge. You have no idea. It's basically in west side Dublin, and Dublin is so small, and I really enjoy doing this walk to home, just walking, because it feels refreshing, and I'm trying to not listen to music and be with my thoughts, although it's like I'm doing an internal monologue when I'm recording. But anyway, it really is much more easier to record videos when you have your glasses on. And I was thinking maybe I can, further down the line, I can maybe make challenges for myself, so I get out of this comfort zone, and when I will arrive in Asia, I will see how that will help me. Because I'm imagining myself already in Bali, and with this stick in my hand, with a camera in my hand, thinking that, oh, look at this Westerner, he came here to become an influencer, and that, and everything. So they will probably say that, but what can I do? I cannot control the people. I cannot go into their mind. I cannot control what they are thinking, and I can just be myself and enjoy my time and have a great time. No? Okay, I gotta blow my nose now. See you in a bit. Okay, and another thing that I realized, I know there are a lot of travel vloggers out there, and a lot of people doing this kind of content, and there is going to be another one doing the same thing, but I'm still going to do it, still going to give it a try. I am going to experience and do the thing that I love. I love music, and I love watching travel vlogs because in my every time every time I had breakfast before 1 month ago, I would always just spend time on YouTube and watch those videos and watch Mike OK or other Romanian travel vloggers, and I would dream of traveling to those places, and I'm wondering why. Maybe because I was thinking that what I have here, what I have made for myself here was not enough. Like I went to college, studied 4 years. I have a diploma in modern music that probably doesn't help me with anything, but I started playing guitar at 21, and my dream was to just make money out of music, to make a living, to become a successful musician. And throughout the last 2 years, I was trying to define what success means and what does it mean to become a successful musician. And I think that for the last year, I managed to not have a regular job, and I was teaching music. I was gigging regularly every week, playing jazz. I got better at jazz by playing with my friend Babis, and I think that's what success is. But sometimes, it's like you always need to hustle. You have to hustle, and I think I got bored of that. And before meeting my ex-girlfriend, I wanted to move to Berlin because I thought that I cannot make it here. And thanks to her, I changed my perspective, and I managed to get a job in teaching, get gigs, get better, get to know a lot of people, and that helped me a lot. However, the dream of traveling and do some travel content was always in the back of my mind. And maybe from what I was trying to say at the beginning, I want to inspire people to do what they love and to dare to try. Because what else can you do? Just give it a try. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. At least you know that you tried. So, and have no expectations. That's something I learned recently. The less expectations you have, a better time you're gonna have. So that's amazing. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I want to do this video so I can inspire people. Can inspire people to do what they want and what they love. That's what I want to do through this YouTube channel. I want to maybe show that we can start from zero, from not knowing anything about this vlogging, and maybe we can get somewhere. And I'm gonna document the journey of becoming a vlogger and a musician at the same time. Most of the times it looks like this. It's raining now again, and it's cold. In other countries it's summer, and here was summer 2 weeks ago, like really warm, and now it's raining again. And yeah, on top of that, the weather is becoming tiring, and I was never a fan of this weather. But this is something that everybody complains about, and another thing I want to do, I want to stop complaining. See the bigger picture, okay? Yeah, it's raining, but at least the air is clean, or it's cold, but at least it's not snowing, I don't know. So yeah, the weather was a big one for me, one of the reasons that I wanted to move in the beginning, and also making friends and having to work for money. no, having to pay a lot of money for rent because the rent is fucking expensive. And yeah, it's starting. Lovely. That's lovely. Jesus. So yeah, 1 minute it's sunny, the other minute is pouring rain. And I thought they would call them April showers, but I think they are just showers. No, there's nothing to do with the month, it's just showers in general. So yeah, okay. That was it for now.